What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cody's Commentary, a music reaction and commentary channel. I am Cody, and today I'm going to be reacting to the new album from Slayyyter, STARFUCKER. So before I get into this reaction, I just want to say that I have never sat down to listen to a full body of work from Slayyyter. I've never sat down to listen to an album from her. So I'm really excited because all I've heard from her so far is mostly like singles or songs in passing. I've never actually sat down to listen to a full project. So I'm really excited to get into this project. Let's get into it. Up first, I Love Hollywood. We're getting kind of a fade in. Well, damn. I don't know who Kathy is, but apparently she's a little party pooper. So far, this track is really melodramatic in a good way, though. Like, I like it. It's very over the top and really glamorizing that sex, drugs, and rock and roll life. You know, this is a trope and a theme we've heard in songs for a really long time. But I actually love what she's doing with that trope here. I love the laughs that you can hear in the background. Okay, so the chorus was a little lackluster for me. I definitely didn't enjoy it as much as the other parts of the song that came before it. I'm interested to see if it is just going to be a one-line chorus or if it's going to be a chorus they're going to build upon moving forward. I mean, I've seen pictures of people on heroin, and chic is not how I would describe it, but you do you. This song is definitely giving over dramatic, over the top Hollywood starlet, and I think that that is the intention behind the song. I think that it is trying to play on that theme of the Hollywood starlet lifestyle. You know, good girl kind of goes to Hollywood and then gets into all the sex, money, rock and roll, and drugs. I think that is the intention behind the song.
And I've never done a drug. I've never done drugs in my life. You're doing coke right now.
I was about to say, I feel like she's definitely dabbled in some drugs. So that was I Love Hollywood, and I really liked it. I think it was a great opening track for the album. I really enjoyed it. I did find the chorus to be a little bit lackluster for my taste. However, I still enjoyed the song overall despite that, and it's definitely a song I would listen to again. Up next, Miss Belladonna. What a gentleman. So it looks like we may be continuing that Hollywood starlet theme and portrayal in this song. Maybe that's going to be a theme throughout the whole album.
The way that I dance,
Okay, I wasn't expecting it to kind of lay back a little bit. That was a little surprising. This chorus is already a lot more likable for me than the last one. I'm really glad to kind of have a chorus filled in this song. I really liked the chorus. I thought it was really cute and a lot of fun, and I'm really glad that this song did kind of have a chorus that builds. One thing I found interesting that she said is when she's like, he's looking for love, I'm just looking for drama. And I think that definitely plays into that Hollywood starlet role, over dramatic, over the top, always looking for the fire, the fuel, the flame, you know, the passion to spark that fire. I really like this part of the song. I like that melody. It's very light and flirty and fun. That was Miss Belladonna, and to be honest, I really like this song a lot. It's definitely a song I can't wait to hear again, and I definitely will listen to more in the future. The only thing about the song is that I wish it was a little bit longer. I kind of wish it had maybe a little bridge and then a repetition of that chorus one more time. I did feel like the song was on a little short side, and it did leave me wanting more. But overall, I really like the song. Up next, Dramatic, a song that, based on the title, definitely sounds like it's going to fit the theme that I've been talking about so far. It's interesting that she said, do I have to be polite? This is something she also talked about in the last song, something about having to be polite. So I'm starting to get the sense that maybe she's somebody who doesn't want to pretend to be something she's not. You know, not everybody feels like they have to be polite or want to be polite, but when you're in certain social situations or certain social settings, you kind of feel this pressure to be polite. So maybe she's thinking about that kind of pressure that she has to be polite or she has to behave a certain way, but she probably doesn't want to behave that way. And so maybe she's having that kind of fight of like, do I have to be polite? Should I be polite? Or should I be a little bit more true to myself and screw politeness? Ooh, I like that. Okay, that hit was unexpected, but I liked it. Oh, so she's trying to steal somebody's man. Okay, so it sounds like she may be a side piece for whoever it is she's singing about, because she's talking about trying to get him away from this other person. So it sounds like whatever situationship she's in, it may not be the healthiest, and maybe she's not being put as a priority. Maybe she's feeling kind of like a side piece, and she's kind of trying to draw this person's attention and get them to like her and want to spend as much time with her as she wants to spend with them. Oh, so she's also cheating on somebody. So maybe this guy she's thinking about is also her side piece. I love this part. I love the flow of the melody. So that was Dramatic, and to be honest, I don't really have a strong opinion about the song. I definitely want to listen to the song again to see how my opinion about the song will grow or change. But as of right now, my first listen, I don't really have a strong opinion about it. I do kind of wish again that the song was a little bit longer and there was a bridge. Based on the first three songs not really having a bridge section, I'm starting to think that maybe Slayyyter may be an artist who doesn't write or use a lot of bridges in her music, which is fine. But me personally, I love bridges in music and I love when a song has a good bridge. So I'm interested to see if there will be other bridges on this album or not. Up next, My Body. Okay, got some laser sounds.
Baby, turn the lights down. Tell me, are you here to stay? After party dancer, do you even know my name? I need
You know, Slayyyter talks a lot about dancing, so I'm thinking that Slayyyter is the type of person who really likes to go out and party and have a good time. But it sounds like after the party is over with and all the people go home, it sounds like she doesn't want to go home by herself. Because she has mentioned in this song, and I think in Dramatic too, she mentioned like dancing secretly alone, like at home, dancing after the party is over. So I have a feeling that, you know, she loves the party and loves the lifestyle, clearly, based on the theme and the trope of the Hollywood starlet and, you know, kind of the dramatic and over the top lifestyle. But it also sounds too like she doesn't want to be alone after the party and she has a fear of maybe feeling lonely and being by herself when all the distraction of the party life isn't there.
all that I can do is dance you feel. You know, I can't be alone.
There it is. She said it.
Oh, I know you wanna go, but I need you here to move my body. Oh, I know you wanna go, but I need you here to move my body.
So this person, they want to leave, and she's basically begging them to stay. She's like, "Hey, just stay and dance with me. I know you want to go, but I don't want to be alone. Please don't leave me alone. Just stay and dance with me." So her and this person are on two different pages. They want to leave and either go home or go somewhere else. She doesn't really specify, but she just wants to stay and dance and kind of keep herself from being alone and continue using the night and the time they're having as a distraction.
Tell me that you want me. I came out tonight to play. Dancing my reflection, silver like the kiss you gave. Ooh, I need your love, I need you closer. It's not enough. Look in my eyes, hope you're not leaving. No, not tonight.
Kind of a slow little strip back moment. What I love about the album most so far is that every song has made me want to dance, and it's really hard for me to stop swaying back and forth and moving just because the beats of the song made me want to dance so much. However, I did not really care for My Body, even though it did make me dance, and I do think it is a fun song, but there's just something about it that I kind of felt myself getting a little bored during the song. So yeah, My Body wasn't my favorite so far. It's not that I wouldn't listen to the song again or I strongly dislike the song. It's just I kind of found it a little boring at times. So yeah, that was My Body and I like it, but I may need a little bit more time with it. Up next, Memories of You.
There's one way to make me fall in love. I'm sorry, I'm never good enough.
interesting because in one of the songs before this, I can't remember which song it was, but she talked about how the guy wanted love, but she just wanted fun or something like that. She wasn't looking for love, but he was. But now it sounds like in this song, she was infatuated or in love with somebody who was not reciprocating the love back to her. So this is kind of a opposite of that song from before.
Collects my heart is beating 1, 2, 3. What you leaving? Signals flashing, so it's beating my mistakes. I keep repeating. Criminal, what you do when you're all alone in the blue? Unforgivable, but I still hold on to memories of you.
I wish I knew what she was saying here. I can't really tell. So that was Memories of You, and so far that's probably my least favorite track on the album. It just didn't feel like there was a lot in the track that really kind of piqued my interest or intrigued me, so I did get a little bored in the song. Now, I did like the outro part of the song. I like the outro part a lot. However, I really couldn't understand what she was saying. I do wish I could have understood what she was saying more, but the outro was probably my favorite part of the whole song. Other than that, I didn't really care for the track. However, I probably would listen to it again and not skip it on future listens if it did come on. Up next, Rhinestone Heart.
Baby, you stole what's mine. Cut me open with a secret knife. Now it's so dark inside. You don't care, no. Showed up in silver and gold, dancing around, but everybody knows that's all the shit that you stole. And now I'm home. I'm a fool for seeing the best in you. I should have stopped, 'cause don't I always know you'd mess me up the way that they always do.
I really like this part of the song a lot. So the meaning of the song so far sounds pretty straightforward. You know, she was in love with somebody and she let him have her rhinestone heart, and he betrayed her and took advantage of it, and she believed in it and he betrayed her.
Wanted to believe in love, it's hard. Glitter that I cry like falling stars. Take what's in my chest and leave your mark. You just wanna wear my rhinestone heart. Showing me off, heart on display. I'm just a piece in your collection of things. Ribbons of tears falling from my face. You never cared about me anyway.
It sounds like she may have been aware that this person has a history of doing this, of kind of maybe leading people on and then breaking their hearts and collecting metaphorical souvenirs kind of as trophies to remember the love by.
Break down all alone with the lights off. Can't paint it away with my makeup. Better days on my best behavior. I wanted to believe in love, it's hard. Glitter that I cry like falling stars. Take what's in my chest and leave your mark. You just wanna wear my rhinestone heart.
So that was Rhinestone Heart, and I think the meaning of the song is very straightforward. You know, she is bejeweled, she is bedazzled, so of course, when she gives her heart to somebody else and she starts to trust them and fall in love with them, it's her rhinestone heart, right? Because she is bejeweled, she is bedazzled, she is, you know, a Hollywood starlet, glitz and glamour and sequins and flashing lights. You know, that is the life that she lives, and that is who she is, or at least who the character she playing is. So that's pretty much the meaning of the song. She gave him her rhinestone heart and he betrayed her, and now she's just something in his collection of things. Up next, Erotic Electronic.
seconds till I get naked.
I really like the sounds in this one. It feels kind of dreamy, sexy. Which makes sense because she's talking about getting naked. Well, hopefully he's wearing some latex.
I can see them watching, but I don't care. This is a private party.
Okay, so Miss Slater says she's here to put on a show. She doesn't care if everybody sees. She doesn't care if everybody's watching. She doesn't mind the attention. She's just like, you know what? I don't care that everybody around us is watching. I don't care if everybody around us is seeing us. I am fully aware that that is happening. But in her mind, it's just still the two of them. She's kind of blocking out everybody else, ignoring everybody else around them. So even though she's aware of the world going on around her and her environment, she's just like, you know what? I don't care. I want you to touch my body. It's just me and you here, right now. You know, we're all human and we all need to have those needs met sometimes. And when you need it and you gotta have it, sometimes you just gotta get it. And so it sounds like that's where Miss Slater is at this point. She's needing it, she wants to have it, and she is ready. Okay, Miss Slater, that was Erotic Electronic, and that's actually my second favorite on the album after Miss Belladonna. I really enjoyed that song. The only thing I didn't like about the song is that it was too short. I do wish the song was a little bit longer. I really was enjoying and into this one, so I was hoping that it would go a little bit longer. So I was kind of disappointed when it ended a little bit before I was ready for it to end. But overall, I love the song and I can't wait to hear it again. Up next, Purr.
Drugs make this kitty go purr. Drugs make this kitty go purr. Drugs make this kitty go purr.
Okay, so she's not holding anybody back. She's letting us know when she's strung out on the drugs, you know, she wants to have a good time, and in more ways than one. I don't know what that sound is, but I really like it.
Drugs make this kitty go purr. Drugs make this kitty go purr. Drugs make this kitty go purr. Molly pussy going berserk. Pussy pop in the club. Boys wanna fuck with a bitch like us. Pussy pop in the club. Boys in the back better warm me up. Pussy pop in the club. Boys wanna fuck with a bitch like us. Pussy pop in the club. Boys in the back better warm me up. Drugs make this kitty.
You know, the song is pretty straightforward in what she means. She's at the club. There's bumps in the back. She needs it. She's got to have it, and she's ready. High or not, she is ready. But in this case, high. All right, so that was Purr, and I really liked Purr a lot. I really thought it was a fun track. It made me dance, it made me smile, it made me laugh. I think it's just a fun, silly little track, and I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to listen to it again. Up next, Plastic.
Silicone in my tits, pay big money looking like this. That Juvederm in my lips, little sculpture into my hips look down the street on 6. All these bitches wanna look sick like this. Heels hanging out of the whip, thin as fuck, bitch, but your dress don't fit. Go. Brand new tits, give me a little injection. My doctor made it look like this, and I can't stop staring at my own reflection. Brand new.
So it sounds like Miss Slayyyter has had a little work done, and it's made her feel good about herself, and that is her right. If she wants to spend her money to make herself feel better, as long as it's not detrimental to her health, and as long as she is being responsible, there is no issue with her doing what she wants to do and spending her money with how she wants to spend her money. So, you know what? She got a pair of brand new tits. She is feeling good. She is feeling hot. And she is feeling really good about herself and liking her reflection when she looks in the mirror. And I'm happy for her.
Everywhere that I go, bitches asking if it's all silicone. I'm always stopping the show. I look good, bitch. Yeah, I know. Gucci bag with the blow. Hollywood turned me into a hoe. These diamonds on me so cold. You look flat, bitch, but I know I don't. He buying me drinks 'cause I look good tonight. Boy, when I hit the city, better have my ladies by my side. That baby effect got me swaying side to side. Paco Rabanne dress is shining in the light. Brand new tits, give me a little injection.
You know, it's interesting because it almost seems as if the chorus doesn't fit into the song. And at first, when you hear it that first time, it's a little bit jarring when the chorus comes in. But then the second time, it feels a little bit more natural and in place. But then it still feels a little bit jarring. So I think it's really interesting how the chorus fits, but then doesn't fit into the song. But I guess the more you listen to it, probably the more natural it feels. But that's definitely been the most interesting part of the song so far.
Can't stop staring at my own reflection. Baby, I'm plastic.
I like how the Can't Stop Staring is kind of in the background, and these two parts of the song are kind of overlaid together.
When I step in the spotlight, looking like I'm really 'cause I picked to get this body right. Plastic, brand new tits, give me a little injection. My doctor made it look like this, and I can't stop staring at my own reflection.
I really like Plastic a lot. I actually liked it more than I thought I was going to at the beginning of the song. But by the end of the song, it had really grown on me, and I actually really liked this song a lot. I think it's definitely the most interesting song on the album so far in regards to structure and the way it is written. I just really like it. I found the melodies and the flow of the song to be really interesting. I found that jarring intro of the chorus to be very interesting, and it really piques my interest. And then I really like how the song ended with just kind of half of that chorus. I like that she didn't go into the full chorus, but that she kind of just ended it with the whisper of the, and I can't stop staring at my own reflection. I really like this one a lot. It's definitely one of my favorites on the album. Up next, Girl Like Me.
Noticing the way you look at me, can't deny this kind of chemistry, you know. Hoping and wishing we are meant to be. Are you looking for a girl like me tonight? Martinis at the bar, kissing in the back of your car, love on the radio, hoping you're gonna take me home. Better make you move on me, dripping soft cherry ice cream, slow motion on the beach, baby, put your hands on me.
You know, so far it sounds like this is one of those songs where she needs it. She's got to have it, and she's got to have it now. You know, she's out and about. She sees a guy that she likes. She's dripping like cherry ice cream, just wants him to put his hands all over. And she's hoping that he's looking for a girl like her because she's looking for a guy like him.
You know we're more than just friends. I gotta know that. Ooh, are we falling in love?
Okay, vocals.
The way you look at me, can't deny this kind of chemistry, you know. Hoping and
I like that.
I need to know, baby, don't be mysterious.
So it sounds like this guy she's talking about is just trying to play it cool. He's like, you know, I'm just not looking for anything serious. And he's being a little bit mysterious, maybe playing a little hard to get, or maybe not giving her all the signs and signals that she wants. And she's dying to know on the inside if he wants it as bad as she does, you know? So he's trying to play it a little bit more chill and calm. But she is just on the inside being like, goodness, put your hands on me. Can we go there? I'm like, she's ready. She needs it. She needs it now. And she's just dying to know if he wants it as much as she does. Ooh, I love the ad-libs. She's going off in the background. That was Girl Like Me, and I really liked it. Now, is it one of my favorites on the album? No, but it's not a song that I would skip if I were to listen to the album again. Like, I like it. I didn't necessarily love it, but I did think it was a fun little cute bop. Up next, the second to last track on this album, Tear Me Open.
Love it when you call me angel. Are you secretly the devil, baby? I've been feeling so unstable. Everything about you makes me crazy.
It's like Taylor Swift said, don't blame me, love made me crazy. If it doesn't, you ain't doing it right. And it sounds like that's what Slayyyter is experiencing in this case. It seems like she's developing really strong emotions for somebody, and she's caring a lot about that person and maybe their relationship or their situationship. And she feels like she's going a little bit crazy because of it. She feels a little bit unstable because of it. And love can do that to you sometimes. It can be really overpowering and really confusing at times. So maybe that's what she's going through. Let's keep listening and find out.
I feel weak, can be out of my mind. I get scared of the things you could do to my heart. Oh, I don't care. I look into your eyes as you tear me apart. Tear me open, tear me open.
It's interesting because when I first read the title of this track, I thought it was going to be about sex. But so far, it doesn't seem to be about sex. And if it is, I'm not getting that from it. To me, it sounds like when she's saying tear me open, she's more saying like, rip me open so I can reveal my heart and my feelings to you. You know, she wants to be vulnerable with this person and let down their walls. That's what I'm thinking the song means so far, but I'm still a little bit unsure.
I wanna hold you here forever. Tell me if you feel the same about me. I won't put on any pressure. I just want to be together. I don't care. I look into your eyes as you tear me apart. Tear me open, 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 tear me open.
That was Tear Me Open, and I feel a little bit conflicted about this song because I like certain parts of the song, and then there are other parts I did not like. I like the beginning part of the song where it kind of started establishing the vibe of the song, and I pretty much was really into the song, but the chorus of the song kind of took my enjoyment of the song down a little bit. I did feel like the chorus was just a little bit disappointing whenever it came in. It kind of delivered a little bit flat to me at times. So I don't know. I really need to listen to this one again and see if it grows on me because I think it has potential to grow on me. But on my first listen, it just kind of felt a little bit flat at times, and I wanted a little bit more from the song that I just didn't get. So for that reason, it's not a favorite on my first listen. Up next, the last track on this album, Out of Time.
She knows she's powerful. She's got your time in her hands. She moves so incredible. And everybody stares when she's so good at
I don't know why, but this melody makes me think of Britney Spears.
got a lipstick on and she's singing that song 'cause she really wants a piece of that life. She's got the trick, she's got the hit, sees her name in the lights. Heard it before.
Back to that Hollywood starlet vibe, naming the lights.
No one notices, makeup runs from her eyes. She walks in, oh goddamn, he could get it tonight. She hates herself, but if they all love her, then she don't mind.
She hates herself, but if they all love her, then she don't mind. I feel like that is kind of a central thesis of this album. There's definitely been hints and tones of that statement throughout this whole record. I mean, she's talked about using sex, drugs, partying in excess to kind of fill a void, to prevent herself from having to be alone. No, let's stay out and let's dance longer. Let's go to the back and get a bump or do some blow. Hey, even when we get home and we are at my house, let's keep dancing for the rest of the night. It's like this constant cycle of not stopping. And it does seem to me that lifestyle and that Hollywood starlet, over the top, dramatic, extravagant image and persona may have just all been used as a front for Slayyyter herself, or maybe this character that she is portraying in this album, to keep her from focusing on her insecurities, her self-doubts, her issues with her self-worth. And maybe she's using the love and affirmation from other people to kind of fill the void that she feels within herself. So that was Out of Time, and I really liked Out of Time a lot. It feels like a closing track. However, it doesn't feel like it was written to be a closing track. Like, I feel like Out of Time just naturally makes the album feel like it comes to a place of resolve, at least to me anyways. Like, by the end of the song, it felt like the project was finished. Like, to me, it felt like a song that was the perfect bookend for the story that the album had to tell. So I really liked the song, and I definitely can't wait to listen to it again. With all that being said, y'all, that brings me to the end of this reaction to STARFUCKER by Slayyyter. And I must say, after listening to my first Slayyyter album, I am very impressed, and I am very interested and intrigued to hear more projects from her in the future. My favorite songs on the album were Miss Belladonna, Erotic Electronic, Purr, and Out of Time. Those are songs that I definitely look forward to listening to again, but I do plan on giving this project another listen or two to see if any of the other songs grow on me as well. When it comes to the album, I think that the album was laid out in an intentional manner. It feels like, to me, the opening track, I Love Hollywood, and the closing track, Out of Time, are purposefully laid out to be the bookends of this record, because to me, this record tells a story. And it seems to me that it may even be a story of like one continuous wild night of partying and fun. Like, after listening to this album in its entirety, I feel like all these experiences being discussed in the album happened like on one dramatic, crazy, outlandish night, just when she was out and partying and having fun. And this album is the story that she had to tell from that night. And it seems to me like from the beginning, with her singing I Love Hollywood, she's talking about the sex, the drugs, the partying lifestyle, kind of giving the Hollywood starlet, over the top, over dramatic, swinging from the chandelier type of lifestyle. By the time you get to the end of the album, Without a Time, it's like the night's winding down and the party's coming to an end. But throughout the entirety of the album, everything else in the middle, it's kind of like her going back and forth about whether or not she wants the party to end or she wants the party to continue, and not wanting to go home alone and not wanting things to wind down and wanting to just kind of get lost in the sex and the drugs and the partying and just stay in that kind of inebriated state and in that high state, that euphoric place, right? But by the end of the album, when we get to Out of Time, it's almost like she's kind of accepting that the night is winding down and that things are coming to the end and that maybe it's time for her to go home. So that brings me to the end of my reaction to Starfucker by Slayyyter. If you enjoyed this content, please leave a like and subscribe. And if there's any other content you would like to see from me, please leave some suggestions in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, take it easy.